Little girl, today's your birthday.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavangshan Shri Rupam Chakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanitanstam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
So this is the new place, and we've made actually the temple room into the balcony. It's a closed balcony, so it's much smaller than it used to be. You can recognize the altar. The Matajis did not want to do it in the living room, which is here, as it was in the previous apartment. A little bit fearful, you know. You have to understand them. This country is dangerous to be practicing religion. Many times we had to deal with police and so on, you know. We never got persecuted, but annoyed a lot. In China, if the program can keep happening, the fact that there's Mongol Arti every day and they do the deity worship. I don't know if you've seen in the footage, but yeah, they're worshipping the older deities now. The one that they had before, the brass deities. And we are going to be taking our Shishinita Goira Sundar marble deities back to the farmhouse. And they still read, you know, Bhagavatam verse 1 in the morning and Bhagavad Gita 1 at night. So, you know, that this can still go on in China, only Srila Prabhupada's mercy, only Krishna's mercy, because there's nowhere else that it's going on. I don't know of any other center that this is happening the way that it's happening here. And I say this sincerely, you know, I see many devotees on WeChat, they post, I know some devotees that are having centers, but they simply open on Sundays or on festivals. But like here, it's not, I mean, I've never seen that. The Matajis are still really good to keep going in such circumstances.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So at the moment I'm trying to open a website or maybe an Amazon account to start selling Srila Prabhupada's books. I would like to start selling Bhagavad Gita only. So this is a project that is ongoing. So at the moment I'm looking for a domain name, which is the address, you know, www. And I was looking at different names to, you see. So for example here, bhagavadgita.com is already taken, obviously. I went on that site, bhagavadgita.com, and it seems to be very dead, you know, there's nothing, you know, 2002, it was created in 2002, and it seems to be linked to some watches, you know, Omega Replica, Cheap Wigs, Burberry Outlet. It's something shady. I would like, if, I don't know, I just, you know, give it a shot, $200 for the first offer, so $200 US, so that's what I'm willing to pay for that name, bhagavadgita.com, right? I want to use the YouTube channel to try to sell Srila Prabhupada's books. That's going to be making, giving me a lot of motivation to make a lot of content, because now my content doesn't just become practically displaying the philosophy that is in Srila Prabhupada's books, but it becomes an advertisement. It becomes a way to get views so that people become interested and buy the Bhagavad Gita, you know. And if I can distribute Prabhupada's books in this way, I mean, my happiness will know no bounds, you know. I'm in China, it's so hard to distribute books here. I've tried a couple of times, I was always demoralized. Also the Matajis got scared every time I tried. Every time I proposed an idea, they all were... Because there's one devotee who got kicked out for distributing books, you know, he could not come back for 10 years. He's one of the first devotees to have come to China to preach. So if any one of you would like to help me get that name, bhagavadgita.com, that would be the best. If you would like to be helping out.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Today I'm gonna go to Hong Kong, and my flight to Singapore is gonna be tomorrow. Actually, I made a mistake. Before COVID, there used to be very early buses that would bring me to Hong Kong, and I could take an early flight to Singapore. But I guess travel has diminished. Those early buses are not available anymore, and I didn't check that before buying the ticket. So I have to go to the airport today and sleep at the airport and then take the plane tomorrow. I bought a lot of gifts for the devotees in Singapore. Got a lot of electronics. I got some Bluetooth earphones, mouses, Bluetooth headsets, bottles and all. I got some gifts for His Grace Nago Papagu also.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I'm on my way, I'm in the bus now, on my way to Hong Kong. I forgot my bead bag. Bus is stopping at one other station before going directly to Hong Kong, which is another hotel. Now Hamsika Mataji is in a taxi trying to catch us. So I'm the blue dot here, and she's the orange dot there, and the hotel is like somewhere up here. I left already. It was hard to leave. My son was crying like anything, because he knows I'm leaving for about 24 days. My mind just went blank, and I didn't pick up as to what to do straight away. I was just so depressed, I even shed tears because I was desperate. I was thinking, how come I could forget this? And then I thought that, no, wait, it's gonna stop to another stop, that bus, so maybe there's some time. So my wife gave my bead bag to Hamsika Mataji, and now she's in the taxi, but I don't know what's going on now. He's going like backward. Maybe he has to get onto a ramp to cross the bridge or something. How can one forget his beads? Huh? I was praying to the Lord, please help me. I will be on the same street as us, but about 5 to 8 minutes behind. So now I'm in the hotel. I was about to go tell the driver, please wait, I beg you. And then the lady that's in charge of all of this, she just came. She said, oh, you want to go to the bathroom? And I don't know, I just said, oh, yes. And then she told me, you go inside the hotel, and she said, hurry up. So I thought, okay, I'm just not going to hurry up. And they'll be angry at me, but at least I can gain some time. So I'm trying to find the bathroom. I guess I'll go for real. Hamsika Mataji is almost here, 5 minutes. I'm gonna make all of them wait for 5 minutes, but I don't care. I need my beads. I got it! I got it! I got my soul back! Haribol! Haribol!
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
It smells so good. All the incense. In the morning, the offering to Lord Nrsimhadev, some cotton and oil, and I always put it in my bead bag so it smells so nice. I was so much depressed, and I was thinking, how inauspicious is this that I'm going to Singapore after so long, seeing the devotees, and already I left and my son was crying like anything, and I was thinking, how can I forget my bead bag? And I was so confused because the Lord, says, I am in everyone's heart as the super soul, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. So I was sort of starting to almost blame him, that why, my Lord, you did not force me to remember that. Of course, there's some fault on me, but he can do that. He can force that remembrance. So I was starting to blame. So it's rather that he did not want me to remember this, which would make sense. or I'm just so fallen that I don't even think about the most essential thing. So I was just very much perturbed. And then all of a sudden I got this idea that there's another stop before Hong Kong. So all glories to Hamsika Mataji, who got in a taxi. Just now I was in the middle of the road looking at which taxi it was, because we had that instant location, so I knew she was right there. And then she called me by the window. I grabbed and I ran back, and I saw the lady in charge of the passenger tickets and all looking for me, and she was like, "Oh, I thought you didn't know where the bus was." Why I'm filming this, it's not that I want to make this about me, it's because I want to show practically things that happen in devotees' life. I find it very inspiring to hear such stories in other devotees' life when they speak of some, all the miracles, the magic, that the Lord is doing in their lives. So I'm thinking, why not record some of these things that happen in my life? I don't feel comfortable or anything to film these things, but I just think it increases our faith, and that's what I want to do with this channel.
Sirupam Chakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana.
So I've just finished my prasadam. Now I'm gonna try to find a spot to spend the night. I bought a sort of sleeping bag thing since I had to spend one night here in Hong Kong, and also I'll be using it to sleep in the ashram in Singapore. I'll try to get some sleep and get ready for tomorrow's flight.